The last Duroc boar we're bringing in is Stick This. Stick This was bred by Brandon Stickler. If you've been following the Sticklers lately, you know that they have got their act together and they are doing extremely well in their breeding operation. Stick This is a lead-off times a Red Rock, and I guess the big thing about Stick This that caused us to buy him was his mommy. He's out of a $15,000 sow from Thompson Brothers. That sow has generated, continues to generate to this day. Stick This has generated. He sired the champion at Wisconsin. He sired the champion guild at Austin. He has sired numerous county fair and state fair winners. His litter mates were state fair champion bearers themselves. This boar is the real deal. We have bred the farm to this boar, and frankly are not going to be able to use him much this fall because we have kept all daughters out of Stick This. Our sow herd is built on this boar, and that's why we're excited about those young boars that we showed you, and Lawyer when we can use him to come back on Stick This daughters. This is a good Duroc boar that I would not hesitate to use in a minute, and we will use him all we can on every sow that we have that's not out of him. We will continue to use him where we can, but his daughters have essentially replaced our sow herd. So this is Stick This.
Real quick on this one, and it's hard to look at old red boars. You know, they get kind of gnarly and they get kind of big and stout. And the thing to remember about this one is this is one of the very few kind of two-way kind of red boars you can use. There was a bear this summer that Doc's grandson showed at Columbus, was second up here on Junior Day, and I would argue that thing probably needs to go a little higher, but that bear is still, for the day, I mean, he's almost timeless in the way he makes them. That bears are still good looking, they're still neat necked, they're still big chested, they're still solid when you get behind them and drive them. And the nice thing is, in that pen that bear was in, 2 pens down was his littermate sisters, and they would just knock you over. So very few times do you find one that's got a usable kind of a skeleton that can kind of set and go off both ends and give you some added value of look and width and power and dimension without messing them up. So if you've got red sows, you want to kind of bring them back and do those things, but still add some look and some design and some build, that guy can do it for you. And again, most of them are, like Lawyer, is just going to make sows. I mean, historically, the sows have been really good. This one can kind of do both things. I think when you put him on sows that have a little more shape and dimension, they make better bears. When you bring him to one that just needs some more elevation, some look, well, he'll do that for you. So pay attention to that. I don't know how many red sows you've got. It's hard to find good red boars that'll generate and do a good job. Just because he's older doesn't mean he's not good. It just means he's been around long enough to prove himself. So dig in there again on that one for one. If you kind of got to go both ways with one, he will absolutely do that.
Yeah, Scott just asked me, Kyle Banks and Stephanie have been good to help us, and I can't, I'm going to miss people, but Kyle and Stephanie have been just really crucial here. And Kyle raised a Stick This bear that drove last year, and I don't know how many times that bear won. How many times that bear win? How many? 13. 13 champions out of that Stick This bear. So Stick This is certainly one to consider.